you're going to sit here and talk about Gene Hackman and not record the conversation, I think you're just doing a disservice to the podcast as a whole, the world, our viewing,
I think so too.
Our viewing audience, such as they are.
So this is the
and Gene Hackman himself.
Life of Gene Hackman, all the way from when he was in Mad Dog Call, Coll, to Welcome to Mooseport.
So just so everybody knows, I'm not looking at any IMDb, anything like that. Todd Wilson.
I am.
Todd Wilson's going to run through everything. We're going to comment and rank. We're going to rank Gene Hackman's career.
We are?
Let's do it right now.
I thought we were just amazed at how many movies he's been in.
Well, let's see what's going on with it and what's up with it.
Okay, so we've got 1961, Tallahassee 7000. What's your opinion?
Was he 10?
What?
How old was he in that?
I don't know how old he was.
1961. What does he play?
He plays Joe Lawson.
Was he an adult?
I don't know. It looks like it's got
Who was in it?
Walter Matthau.
In 1961, how old was Walter Matthau in 61? He was probably like...
I think he was 90.
Was there ever
He's
a time...
always been pretty old.
Was there ever a time when Walter Matthau didn't have giant jowls?
No. I watched him in Odd Couple a lot in the 70s, by the way, but...
I heard a story.
This is not going...
I heard a story once about Gene Hackman that he was friends with Clint Eastwood, and they had auditioned for something, and the casting director had said to... they came out and they were comparing notes, and the... Gene Hackman got a note that he couldn't act, and then Clint Eastwood got a note that he was ugly. And
I remember. I think I saw that one too.
And Gene Hackman goes, "Well, I can fix acting."
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I've seen. And we're getting on a tangent again, but I've seen Clint Eastwood on old, Rawhide TV, the old Rawhide TV show.
Yeah,
my grandfather used to watch, but I see him looking super young in that, but
all right, so Gene Hackman was
back to Gene.
Gene was 1961. He was probably 20 years old, 21, something like that.
Yeah, probably. He was a cop, and he was uncredited.
Oh, okay.
And then he did some TV stuff. He did Route 66. He did the United States Steel Hour. He did. And I guess it looks like his first movie was a TV movie called Ride with Terror.
Ooh. I've never seen it, never heard of it.
Two young hoodlums terrorize the passengers of a late-night New York City subway train. So
he had to be...
basically any day in New York now.
Yeah, was he one of... was he one of the hoodlums?
I would assume he was.
Well, what year was that?
That was, let me see real quick. He was Douglas McCann, and he was fifth billing, so he wasn't. John Connell was above him. Kathy Dunn, Frida Altman, and Vincent Gardenia were all above Gene Hackman.
Vincent Gardenia? I haven't heard that name since 2 seconds ago.
Exactly. So, anyways, Ride with Terror looks like it might have been his first film.
Yeah. And
then he did another film called Lilith in 64, and this is when the Gene Hackman Express starts.
Whoop, whoop.
He's doing movies. He's doing TV shows, right? 66, he did 4 episodes of a TV show, and he did he played Dr. John Whipple in Hawaii. Imagine that, Dr. John Whipple.
Imagine Gene Hackman playing a doctor.
Yeah, named John Whipple.
Yeah.
Got 6.5 on IMDb. Anyways, he does 5 movies in 1967.
Jeez.
I don't know if he was the leads in them or not, but I mean, he did Bonnie and Clyde. but that he played Buck Barrow. So
Okay.
I mean, it looks like he was probably in supporting roles. First to Flight, Covenant of Death, Community Shelter Planning, Banning, and Bonnie and Clyde.
His agent was like, he's like, did you get me any jobs? And the agent was like, yes.
Yeah, I got you 5 of them. And he's like, okay, let's work on that number.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can up that number a little bit the next year. It probably was slow. He got two movies in 68, 4 in 69, 1 in 1970. He probably took some time off.
Yeah. You can't dilute the waters with the Hackman.
No, the Hackman needs his rest.
He's got to breathe.
Yeah, Hackman's got to breathe, and he took 70. He only did 1 movie, but then he goes with 1971. He does 4, so he's like, okay, I'm revving up a little bit.
Did he do French Connection yet, or was that?
Yeah, the French Connection is 1971. Nice. So that was
it. That's when it took off.
That was probably when he was starting to get the roles, right?
Yeah. When did he do the one about the boat that flipped?
The boat that marooned? Is that?
No, not marooned. It was it wasn't Prometheus. It was there was one about the ocean one that flipped over and it had
the Poseidon Adventure.
Poseidon Adventure.
Next year in
72.
Yeah,
good
so
movies.
He did the French Connection. He did an episode of Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
Well,
you got to do that.
Yeah.
The Hackman never rests. He did, and then he did Poseidon Adventure and one other movie in 1972. 73, 1 movie. 74, 3 movies. 75, 3 movies. Think of this though, because and one of them's the French Connection too. But think of how long a movie takes to get made nowadays, right?
Well, that's nowadays.
It takes like 3 years. He was popping these out like every 3 months, 4 months. It would be another Hackman movie, right?
But in the 70s, did they even light them? Like, have you seen a movie from the 70s? It's probably like.
Have I seen any movie?
They're probably like one or two.
Young Frankenstein, 1974. That's a great movie.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's probably one or two.
He was a blind man.
Yeah,
he was a blind man. Yeah. So how much could he do?
Yeah.
So his biggest movies were probably French Connection, Poseidon Adventure, and then Young Frankenstein, where he didn't have a.
So when did he do Superman? Was that 77 or 78?
Superman 2, right?
No, Superman 1. He was Lex Luthor in Superman 1.
Lex Luthor, the greatest criminal mind of our time.
I think Superman 1, I don't think they had Lex Luthor in it.
He was the villain in it.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's right here. Okay, so you're getting right ahead of me every single freaking time. I'm in the 77s and you're going to 78.
Because I've memorized the hack.
No, you're doing something.
No.
I just don't know what, but I'll get it.
Just got my thinking cap on.
Okay, so he did Superman in 1978, Superman 2 in 1980. And then I've lost it.
What?
Okay, no, I'm back. Superman 2 in 1980. And then they did Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. Imagine, you've got the Zack Snyder cut, but imagine the Richard Donner cut. Superman 2.
Was that all black and white?
No, it wasn't black and white, but
I didn't know there was a director's cut of Superman 2.
It's the Richard Donner cut. You've never heard of that one?
No.
Me neither. So, 81, he did 2 movies. Reds was a movie.
Yeah.
Which was a pretty decent movie. 83, he did 4 movies.
Hoosiers? Or was Hoosiers?
No.
Hoosiers was 84.
84, he did Misunderstood, only 1 movie.
Oof.
Hoosiers. Okay.
4 passes.
So 84, 85, he did 2. 86, he did 2, and one of those was Hoosiers.
Okay.
And then he did Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Not the only regret of his career, I'm sure.
Yeah, and...
So what's the most he's done in a year so far? The 5? In 65
I
or
think
66?
5, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, 87 he did 2. 88, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He did 5 in 88. And Mississippi Burning was probably the best one.
That's a good one.
No Way Out. He also did that with Kevin Costner, I guess. No, that's 87. Never mind.
Okay. What do you do in 88? List the ones in 88. What do you do?
Mississippi Burning, Another Woman, Full Moon in Blue Water, Bat 21, Split Decisions. I'm sure he wants to forget about Bat 21.
I guess you're going to get one movie right out of the 5 if you're doing 5 a year.
Yeah.
Well,
you got Mississippi Burning?
What about 89?
The Package! I guess there was a package, and he was Sergeant Johnny Gallagher.
Yes, he was.
And he probably had to secure the package.
Yeah.
Secure the package!
Yeah.
I'm just guessing on that. I never saw it. 90, Loose Cannons, Postcards from the Edge, and Narrow Margins, 3 movies. 91, 2 movies. By this time, you're getting kind of some Gene Hackman, but you're getting some Gene Hackman overload, but he's in all the big movies now, right?
Yeah.
You're starting to get Unforgiven, The Firm,
Oh, The Unforgiven,
Wyatt Earp, The Quick and the Dead.
He was in all those?
Tide. Yeah. This was like prime Gene Hackman's in the 90s. So.
Must have fired his agent and gotten one that could read.
Probably. He was, he did 2 in 93, 1 in 94, Wyatt Earp, 3 in 95, which one was Get Shorty. The other one was Crimson Tide. I said Chrisman last time, didn't I?
Yes, but that's your own personal problem.
Crimson Tide. The Birdcage was in 96.
Okay.
And he did 2 other movies in 96. 97, the Hackman needed a break.
He didn't do a movie in 97?
He did. He did Absolute Power because he wanted to have absolute power over the movie industry, I guess. He played President Richmond, if you remember the U.S. history. President Richmond was one of our founding fathers.
Yeah. You can see his signature right under John Hancock.
Yes, President, and it says President Richmond. Yeah, so Enemy of the State, Ants, and Twilight 98. And this is when the Hackman started dying.
This is when
he did 2 movies in 2000. The Replacements, Under Suspicion. He did The Mexican in 2001. Heartbreakers in 2001. Heist. Oh my gosh! This is like the death thrall right here. He did 5 movies in 2001. He's like, I'm going out with a bang. Mexican, Heartbreakers, Heist, The Royal Tenenbaums, which is a great movie.
Yeah.
Behind Enemy Lines. And then in 2003, he did Runaway Jury. 2004, he did Welcome to Mooseport. And then he died.
He died?
Horrible death.
No, he didn't. He's dead?
No, he's not dead. I don't know if is he dead now? I think he has died, but he lived many years after that. Let's see. That dude is still alive?
How old is he?
He's 94!
When was he born?
January 30th, 1930.
So he was 31 in his first movie. Gene Hackman.
Was he 31 in his first movie? Oh my gosh.
Gene Hackman.
Yeah, I've seen some video of him now, and he's looking pretty frail.
He's 94.
When you're 94, what are you going to look like?
He and Clint Eastwood could do Unforgiven in the retirement home.
Yeah, I'd like to see him in another movie. So, and
he's probably the guy in the wheelchair at the
movie.
He's probably the guy in the wheelchair at the Madonna concert.
He probably was, but that was a couple episodes ago. So that tangent isn't
Listen,
even...
you gotta keep track of what we're laying down here. This is intense.
Yeah, you have to. And you also have to remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because we have to say like, comment, and subscribe because of the YouTube algorithm.
Eventually.
Don't say like, comment, and subscribe. The YouTube algorithm penalizes you for not saying like, comment, and...
What if I subscribe, comment, and like?
Oh, you've ruined it!
Listen, it's like Gene Hackman always said, if one movie's good, 5 movies is better. Bye.
Hey, I'm back. I'm back. I don't know. I just saw, I flipped my tab and you go like this. Listen. And that's all I see. And then the everything went out. So I don't know what you were saying, but
it was
probably
good.
Not worth it. So we can cut before that.